welcome to the hypergamous journey. I have to pick up my cousin from school. You know, when you're single and no children or child free, you know, you help out with family as they need it, and they're there for me and I'm there for them, and it's a nice little synergy that we have for each other as family. And so I wanted to get on here and talk about this, and it might be part 2 of Don't Get Finessed. So I'm trying to talk about this so it's not like revealing too much detail, but this is an actual situation, and it called to me for suspicion. So when a man in his mid-50s talks about wanting to meet a woman in her 50s through the age of 72, that's a bit much for me to digest. Because let's face it, people in their 70s, you know that Chef Babette, she's out of Oakland, California. She's in her 70s and fit as a fiddle. I mean, this woman has muscles bulging from everywhere. And as beautiful as she is, you know, in her face, she looks close to her age. And so, as we age and mature, you know, stuff just happens unless you're going to have some work done, as my mother says, some work done. But I don't plan on doing that. And I don't care if anybody else does it. That's their business. That's their resources to do whatever they want to do with their face, body, or whatever. But I just don't feel like I want to do all that because I don't like pain. And at some point, you just got to give up because Mother Nature is going to win. So that was red flag number 1. Anybody who's in their mid-50s who wants to get with somebody between 50 and 72, because most 50-year-old men act like and think, even though they're in their 50s, they think they're in their 30s, and some of them act like they are. You know, the way they strut, the way they dress, you know, that little hat that the men wear with the red underneath, you know, the skinny leg slacks and, you know, wingtip shoes and pastel colors. That stuff looks good. What do they call those guys? The silver foxes or something like that. Every man looks good in the silver fox. But one man, he looks like he's Puerto Rican, but I think he lives in New York City. He and his wife have been together since they were in their 20s. So he's in his 60s now. I think he's a math teacher. Sorry, y'all. He's a math teacher. And so, very handsome man and all of that. But I don't know about the other gentlemen, if they're married or not, and how long and all of that. But, you know, when you're looking like that, the silver fox, and you haven't been married to your wife since the beginning of time, them men looking for younger women. Generally speaking, this is generalities. And if you don't look, and if you're in your 50s or 60s, whatever their age group is, and you don't look and dress like them, and don't have that kind of style, they ain't looking at you. So this man says he wants a woman between 50 and 72. Red flag number 1. Within the context of one conversation, he done told me every asset that he owns. Red flag number 2. And yet, he's talking about women coming after him for what he got. Well, if you tell him on the first date what you got, what you expect? Now, I can grant him some grace and say, you know, maybe he just told me because he knows I'm in this dating arena for mature women. So maybe that's why he revealed it to me, and maybe he doesn't tell the women that he meets what he owns and what he's doing and stuff like that. But I have this feeling that he does, because men know today that women are interested in assets. What assets does he have? What has he been doing for the last 30, 40 years of his life? car, business, etc., 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 right? So then they want to give me criteria of what they're looking for in a woman. And so I say, well, my fees are X, Y, and Z. Now, my fees are on my website, thehypergamishjourney.co. But they haven't mentioned any fees or anything. So they just want to get free advice. And I talked to them for a little bit, but I'm clear that what I have to offer is of value to the people who come to me and are willing to pay. So, what am I saying? I'm saying be aware. Be aware. Don't get finessed. If it feels like it's not right, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. It's not right. Now, this gentleman, he may have all the things that he's listed that he says he has. Maybe he does. But his energy, it doesn't feel right to me. So, I'm going to say they're red flags. There's a red flag. The energy doesn't feel right. And so, that's what I got to say about the matter. Don't get finessed. And a lot of times we can be fooled because we don't follow our intuition. That's how we're fooled, because we don't follow our intuition. And, we don't go to God. We don't pray. We just want what we want. And then we say, well, he seems to have all of the qualities that I'm looking for. So let me, give this a shot. Now, I did say, give them 3 to 4 dates. But your spirit is talking to you the whole time. On each and every date, your spirit is talking to you. Even when you're not on a date with him, your spirit is talking to you about the person that you have gone on the date or dates with. My makeup looks kind of orangey. But it seems to match my skin pretty good. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about, maybe, like I said, this is part 2 of Don't Get Finessed. And remember, next Saturday is the coffee social. Saturday, February 15, from 1 to 3 at Grant Park Coffee House on Georgia Avenue, a few blocks from Zoo Atlanta. And, yeah, don't get finessed. Stay in tune with your intuition, and if it seems like if it doesn't feel right and it doesn't seem right, then it isn't. And it's okay to be wrong. It's better to be wrong about somebody and skeptical and suspicious of someone initially than to give them, and they earn your trust, things check out with them, like in terms of assets or whatever. It's better to be wrong and cautious and suspicious, but still open, than to be open and trusting and get finessed. That's the way I put it. It's better to do that than to get finessed, because once you lose your money, it's a wrap. Now, if you lose your retirement income in ways in which you decided that you wanted to do it without getting finessed by another person. And what I'm telling you also in terms of dating and not to get finessed and going by your intuition, it's applicable for any relationship. Honestly, it's applicable to any relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, familial, family, friends, lovers, dating. These are skills and you can develop with and use on anyone. Job, career. A lot of times God tells us things to do and we don't even know why it's being told to us. Maybe it's about avoiding a car accident. So you hear the Spirit say, stay home to avoid a car accident or some other kind of danger, or do something, or go to a particular place so that you can be there for the opportunity. You know, you just never know. But what I do know is that you should follow your intuition. And when it's too good to be true, it probably is. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the Coffee Social on Saturday, February 15th. And I will put the link in the description. Bye.